Hi Scorpio. Thank you for watching H3O Tarot. My name is Ari. This is your love reading for November 2019. I am a Scorpio, so I tried my hardest before this to clear any energy of my personal self from these cards, but I found that where I came to the messages, I do a little mini meditation and I do Reiki on the cards and just the general reading, that a lot of it kind of resonated anyway. I think Scorpios kind of have or water signs in general have a kind of a kinship, and they're usually going through the same, not the same, but the same processes, I guess, or the same. Maybe it's just they understand each other better. Okay, how's that? All right, so I use the Rider-Waite Tarot. I also use the Fountain Tarot to clarify, and I use a little mini Rider-Waite deck that I pulled from this bag here, just to get even more specific with my clarifications. I pick them on what's calling to me, okay? So in my mini meditation / Reiki session I had, while I was doing the shuffling the cards, I pre-shuffle just so just doesn't take up so much time. It's just this feeling in my gut that it's almost like the feeling when you have a painful longing of something, but it's also a feeling of when you know that something good is coming out of a bad situation, or something substantial is going to come from a heartache, or just whatever you've been through in life, or that this could be like you're coming up on like the real deal now. And not because of like what's given to you from the universe or from spirit, as some people might say. It's more because you are taking charge yourself. And not that we haven't, or you haven't before. It's just more prominent now, where you've learned some lessons, and they were like not the final lessons, because we will until we die, but there were lessons learned, and they kind of accumulated and came to a climax around Halloween, the new moon, the start of the retrograde. A lot of like breakdowns and tears and just heavy crying, and certain truths that were accepted, about lovers, about life, about decisions that were made in the past. So it was kind of a heavy energy, but there was like some type of like empowerment, or this knowing of something is coming, or that you will make it come. Okay? Get your mind out of the gutter here. But anyway, so let's start your reading here, Scorpio. Current position, 8 of Wands. I love the 8 of Wands. Your obstacles, the Hangman, upright. What's above? 9 of Pentacles, reverse. Below, King of Pentacles, reverse. And King of Pentacles, reverse, popped out as I was shuffling. In the past, Ace of Wands, reversed. In the near future, we have the Knight of Swords. Advice. 7 of Pentacles, reversed. How are you being seen? The Devil reverse. Fears, Queen of Swords. Outcome, Three of Cups. Upright. Overall energy of the reading is the Eight of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Okay. And under that was the King of Wands upright, but I seen it and I had to register, so I had to say it. Okay, and then we have Strength upright. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify what I've already laid down here, just to get a little more specific and a little more that does not, hold on. That was like an extra card that I forgot to take out of the deck. It's like one of those that has like the copyright and all that on there. Eight of Wands upright. Clarify Eight of Wands upright. Four of Swords reversed. Hangman upright as the obstacle. We are pulling B. Two of Pentacles upright. Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Temperance. King of Pentacles reverse. What's below you? We have Nine of Wands. Okay. Ace of Wands for recent past. Two of Cups reversed. Knight of Swords for the near future. The Fool upright. Seven of Pentacles reversed. For advice, we have Strength reversed. How are you being seen? We have the Devil reversed, clarified by the Six of Swords reversed. They're small cards, so I have to really look at them. Six of Swords reversed. Okay. Queen of Swords reversed. For hopes and fears, we have Three of Cups. Clarified. And for the outcome, we have Three of Cups that is clarified with the High Priestess. And to clarify the overall energy of the spread, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. That is clarified by the Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So, as the current position, Scorpio, there is some information coming in, all right? Whether you feel like you are coming out of this break that you currently were just in, okay? And you're just now kind of working yourself out of it. You're kind of, kind of like what popped in my mind is like the Wizard of Oz when the Tin Man is being oiled by Dorothy and the lion, and he starts moving. Like you are getting some momentum, and there could be a text coming in, there could be an email coming in, there could be a phone call that you were wanting, and this could be I think this is more of just like a personal feeling and a personal energy, a personal like a download of clarity or of newness. Yeah, newness, energy from being, because we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, as a recent past of just like being low energy, being stagnant, being, bad health, healing, recuperating. And this could have possibly been from a breakup that took a lot of energy out of you, that could have took a toll on you, and really took you a while to get out of. And now this Eight of Wands is coming, you're in this Four of Wands reverse, you're coming out of hiding, you've gotten your energy back, you're getting your groove back. Your obstacle is the Hangman, so, in the Two of Pentacles. So your obstacle is to not being lazy, it's to whatever is downloading, whatever thoughts you're in, whatever you want to implement and put into action, even though it's a Mercury retrograde, who cares? I think it's a little overplayed. Get it started, do it. Obviously, when it comes to like contracts and stuff like that, you want to, quote unquote, the expression is always to read the fine print, cross your T's, dot your I's, blah, 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 blah. We all know the whole Mercury retrograde deal, okay? Especially when it's in Scorpio, it's in our sign. So, so the obstacle is to get out of this indecisive mode with like a physical part of, or physical action that you're wanting to do. I see you in your conscious thought, you're single, but you don't want to be. You could possibly still be thinking of someone for your past, and it could have been an earth sign. An earth sign that you made yourself vulnerable to, because you were deeply in love with them. But what I'm getting is this earth sign reverse is this King of Pentacles reverse, clarified with the Nine of Wands reverse, is that you let your guard down with someone who might have taken advantage of you, or promised you material items, or just like a material future, or it could have just been a commitment, okay? And they never followed through, which was the Two of Cups reverse that clarified the Ace of Wands in the recent past. And the recent past could have been, as far back as the person that you were with before, this reading that you're writing, that you're now witnessing. So you let your guard down in the past, and you don't feel quite abundant yet, but you know how you want things to be now. Whereas in the recent past, you kind of were in a state of like malaise, like you were so out of it and low energy, and you felt so defeated that you almost wanted it all to go crumble down, and just to get you to get started, and to push you, and to just see what happens, almost kind of like daring the universe to just to see what the universe would do to you if you just kind of let go of control, and you were like, well, if you're just going to give me crap, then I'm not even going to try and put up a fight. I'm not even going to try anything. So here, how about that? How about that, universe? If you're just going to, that you manifest your own reality in a way, but sometimes you feel like no matter what you do, that something always ends up sabotaging you, or you feel like things are going the right way, but then something pulls the rug out from you right beforehand, and you have this distrust in a way with yourself because of certain decisions you made in the past that caused you to be in the state that you were, or just the universe in general. Like the universe, the world doesn't have your back, and no one really actually feels like the world has their back or the universe, but they at least feel like spirit or there's some goodness that, especially if you come from like if you're a decent person, and if you've done some mistakes in the past, you at least learn from them and you feel bad and you didn't repeat them, that you'd get your just due, and that there'd be some support for you, and you feel like in the past that hasn't been the case, and you see everyone around you getting theirs, and you see everyone around you who, and a lot of them shitty people, or just people who don't deserve these good things, and you're wondering like, what's going on here? Is this a joke? Are you playing a game with me, universe? And we have the Nine of Pentacles reverse clarified with the Temperance. So you're finally not giving in to like the laws of the universe, but you're really like balancing yourself in a way of you're not yin or totally yin or totally yang. You're not so polar, and you like, because you were so polar in the past, that this is the reason for whatever failure you had occurred, that you went through, whether it had been in love or stability, just your life in general, the way you built your world up to be. And now you feel like you're finally getting it, and you're finally like, rather than just giving in and be like, okay, well, you're actually getting the reason why you have to be more balanced and approach things with a more balanced mind and a more, logical sense of, and spiritual sense of balance with your decisions, and how you're looking at people, how you're looking at yourself. You're being more forgiving of yourself. You are, you're going to be a little bit more on guard in the future. You're going to, you're going to take that risk. You're going to jump into the future. Whenever you make this decision, because of all this download you're getting and all these things coming in, opportunities and ideas, creativeness, you're just going to jump right into the future, which we have the Fool clarifying the Knight of Swords. So you're going to do it with this speed and this determination, and you're not going to stay silent anymore when it comes to relationships. You're going to say what you want. You're going to say who you are. You're going to say what you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. Okay? When you see a red flag, you're going to call it, right away. And you might not even say it, because Scorpio might not even say it. You might just leave. You might just not call them back because they're playing with you. But at the same time, you're not going to come with this like complete defensiveness that you had in the past. You're going to take a risk with things. You're going to let things unfold, because now you kind of trust yourself a little more. So therefore, you're trusting the universe. Whereas maybe in the past, you knew the rules, you knew what you had to do, but spiritually and like you weren't really matching up with it. You still wanted this, but you knew you had to go this way. So, it was more, now you get it. Now you know what the problem was. You know what happened. the mistakes you made. You know where you let the guard down. You know what red flags you let slide by that you shouldn't have. Okay? And your advice is to just keep moving forward. Implement, strategize, and put into action what you want. Manifest. Go forward. Go out into the world. Don't pay attention and focus so much on if your manifestation is going to come true, if that person is going to come in and constantly monitoring yourself, overly monitoring yourself, monitoring your thoughts, and just kind of, you're more airy now, you're more vibrant, you're feeling more vibrant. In the near future, you're gonna take more risks with love. You're gonna open up a little more, but you're also gonna be a little bit more sassy. You're gonna be a little bit more unafraid to, express yourself, unafraid to say things that in the past you wouldn't have said because you didn't want to be looked at a certain way. Now it's almost like you've been so run down and ran over that, oh well, you got the attitude like, I'm gonna die anyway. I'm not gonna hold shit in anymore. I'm gonna go forward. I'm gonna say what I have to say, and it's not gonna be in a, in an unclassy way. I mean, it could. I mean, it depends on who you are, but you're just gonna be very strong, and you're gonna be very vocal about, and you're going to be ready to spar. Whereas in the past you were scared to. You were scared to be judged. You were scared to say something because we know, like, when we do say something after being crossed in a weird way or whatever, that we could possibly really hurt somebody. You know what I mean? Whereas now you're so balanced that like when you do say something, or something that comes at you in the future, or someone who comes at you in the future, you're more balanced in your mind, you're more balanced in your, in your emotions, that you trust yourself more to say just more pinpointed, honest, and directly, rather than just like holding it in and then finally open up the floodgates just because it bursted open because you couldn't handle it anymore, and then that's when you end up hurting someone. Now it's just like you're just so free-willed with yourself now, and you're just going to say it as you see it, as it comes, and that's really going to help you, and not to monitor yourself and hold yourself in so much. And everyone's kind of seeing you like this. There's people around you who are seeing you. It's kind of opening up, and over the last few months, possibly people have seen you like dragged down and like worried and toxicity and sorrowful, mentally heavy. People seen it on you. They sense it. They felt it. In your hopes and fears, we have the Queen of Swords reversed, clarified with the Three of Cups. So your hope is that you're gonna be, you want to be clear and concise and speak your truth, but you don't want to. Your hope is that you don't want to be so heavy anymore. You don't want to come off as someone who's going to bring the energy of your environment down. Because your fear is the same thing, is that you're so confident now, and you're so ready to just say it how it is, that your fear might be that you might come off like a bitch, or just a little too stern with with the lips, a little too cutting. but I think you're a little too balanced now. You want to have fun now. You want to enjoy things. You've been stuck so much in just like the low energy and just pain and past hurts that you might feel that you never really got to really enjoy. Like this has happened before in the past where you came out of like the dark, and it's a new start. And maybe you're fearing that your mind and your past experiences might not let you let go enough to enjoy yourself um, moving forward, that you're too hard now. But I don't think that's the case. I think that I don't think you have anything to fear with that, because the outcome is the Three of Cups. So this is more of like just like a personal. Um, this is more just like a personal, like what's going on with yourself, the relationship with yourself, because I'm not really seeing anything, uh, anyone. I think this was Spirit wanted to, or the universe, or your higher self really wants you to know this about yourself, that because you are getting yourself in a good position now where you're not really completely thinking about what's coming into the future. And yeah, there might be someone on your mind, especially from the past, and there might be some people around you, but you're not really totally focused because you just don't want to deal. Uh, you don't care as much about somebody else completing you. You don't care about. Um, you're starting to realize that there are a lot of toxic people out there, and you're starting to see red flags and signs in people that you just met, or certain patterns you're catching on really quickly now with like someone who's texting you. And well, why are they texting me all the time, and when I call they're not answering and they don't want to talk, or they're postponing stuff and whatever, and you're just letting it go. Whereas in the past you take a little harder, or you take a little more seriously, or you'd wonder too much, or you you know now it's okay, well, bye. you know um, but it's not out of like a jadedness. It's out of a balance. It's out of a self-confidence. It's out of, well, I'm okay now, so I want to have fun and work on myself and enjoy life now. And anyone who gets in my way, well, if they block me, they're going to get the sword. So if they move out of the way, okay, fine. you know but if they block me, they're going to get that Queen of Swords reversed. They're going to get that Knight of Swords. I'm going to be chopping off heads. And because Scorpios, we're pretty, we're very understanding and nice people for the most part, but verbally, a Scorpio knows what words to say to reach down into their opponent's soul with like one line, one or two sentences, and just like annihilate them. And not just annihilate them at that point, but they'll go home and think about that shit, and then they'll start, which is not, it's not good. It's not cool to brag about that, but that's just the Scorpion nature. You don't, if we feel that our lives or our mental state or our hearts are being intruded on or affected negatively, where it's going to affect us in our future and the way we handle things, and whoever is doing that must know immediately what they're dealing with. They must know right then and there, hey, you are not crossing this line again, because this is just a preview. This little snippet I gave you here is just a preview of what could possibly happen, or what I'm capable of giving to you. And I think a fear of ours is that we don't want to be in that. That's not something to be proud of. You know what I mean? To be really good at fucking somebody up or hurting them or exacting revenge. That's not really a thing to be proud of, but it's the nature of the Scorpio. And you want to be more lighthearted in that, and you know that. And for the most part, Scorpios, are very giving, and they are, they can have a good time. And they are very supportive, and they do feel and think very deeply, But I think maybe in the past, like you, Scorpio, held back on because you didn't want to hurt people, and you didn't, this is for like the higher evolved Scorpios, I guess. Like you didn't want to hurt people because you knew your power. You knew that your words could affect someone, and you didn't want to be responsible for that. But now you're more readily able to let that go, let that happen if needed, okay? And then the outcome is the Three of Cups and the High Priestess. So you know that whatever you're going to be striving for, you know that whoever maybe that you are trying to manifest or looking for in the future as well, because this is a love reading, you know that you are going to only meet this person or find this person once you are good with yourself, once you are at a point where you get your life to where you're having fun, you're enjoying life, because that's when it will attract. Well, it could go either way. Like usually a lot of times people make the mistake of they start getting the confidence back and getting out there and going out, and then universe will throw them a little wrench and be like, oh yeah, okay, well, let's see if you really learn your lesson, which is kind of fucked up, right? Which is kind of like, wow, that's pretty fucked up of you, universe, to do that. But it is the way it works, and it's like a testing, So just be careful, like when you are having a good time and everything, that you still keep your wits about you, okay? But you're going to be very intuitive. You're going to be celebrating and really believing in your own intuition in the future, okay, as the outcome here. You're really going to be confident in using your judgment and your intuition in navigating your love life and navigating the people around you, okay? And with the Strength here, I think that it all accompanies what I just said, that you're not going to be like really holding yourself back, but at the same time, you don't really have to like mentally hold yourself back because now, or have you, because you have the strength and the confidence to move forward and you know yourself more. So certain things won't bother you as much as they did before, because like they won't affect you because now you know yourself and you know what you can handle. And I hope that makes sense. And for the overall, you're gonna energy. It says that we have the Six of Pentacles reverse, and you're no longer gonna be working on or putting your energy into situations that don't have an equal give and take. Okay, you're no longer going to involve yourself in situations where you're the one doing all the work. Okay, you're gonna just sit back and let people do what they do, and you're gonna get your answer just by doing that, instead of throwing yourself and on the tracks for them and showing how people how devoted you are, and just like kind of giving yourself up for somebody who you shouldn't really trust, or who has not proven to you yet that you should trust them, or someone who has not shown you that they would do the same. It takes time for that now, and I think that you're starting to realize that, and you're more about just like having fun and putting your thoughts into action creatively, and just like this new start. And honestly, maybe it's because it's your season, but this is the most positive reading I've given so far. And it's kind of crazy because I've seen that from other readers too, because I watched a few of these videos as well. I mean, that's why I started the channel, because it was just, I felt like a calling to this. Like, I could do this, you know? Is Scorpios are, it's almost like they're gonna flourish in this energy and now and in the future, because when we were going through the shits, it seemed like everybody else was all right, but now, like, you know, and not to say like, ooh, haha, now you got to deal with it. No, it's more like, we know how to navigate this shit now. We know how to navigate the darkness. We know how to navigate the pain. We are reaping the what, you know, the, you know, what is being sown of the past, you know, and we can handle this, because really, like, so much darkness and pain in the past that there's really nothing that can really kind of phase us now. And it's like a cakewalk in a way, you know, but not in a way of like, oh, I'm cocky and everything's you know, gonna go, because we all know, like, that's not true. Like, that's not the way life works, especially for Scorpio. But it's just this, like, knowing and this new sense of self and freedom and confidence, and just like a no bullshit take on going into the future, that you know, you just know, you feel it now. Whereas in the past, you might have felt this, you thought you felt it, or you might have convinced yourself you did, just to get yourself out of whatever negative hole you're in, you know. But now it's like all coming in together, and it's all making sense now, and it's cohesive. And so you feel like a whole unit moving forward. You know, I know it sounds weird, but that's what I'm feeling. And I feel like that's just like a general feeling that Scorpios are having, especially with relationship and love. Whereas that's why I'm not seeing really an actual person, like, here. I mean, I'm sure there's Scorpios out there who have dealt with some of the past, because obviously Two of Cups reversed and the Ace of Wands reversed in the past. But yeah, I don't. If it is involving somebody, okay, and I guess I can look at it this way. Whoever this was in the past, that there was no new beginning with, it didn't work out with, okay, if they were to come at you quickly with visions of a new start or whatever, to let you know that if it was someone from the past who had let you down, who had possibly put you in a third party, it's going to be, you either intuitively know that it's going to be the same in the future, okay? Or you intuitively know that someone could be coming in. It could be an Aquarius, could be an air sign, because of this Knight of Swords. And that it just basically says that whoever is from the past, if they were to come in, that you know that it would end up as a third party, and it would just end up kind of briefly, celebrated briefly, and you might not take it seriously until it is proven. But it says that with the Three of Cups and the High Priestess, that you're going to be listening to your intuition. So if someone were to come in from the past, you will know intuitively right away, just by the words they're saying and the way they're coming in, what it will end up like. Okay. Let me pull another card for the outcome, just to get a little bit more clarity. Okay. Or it could be a fire sign, it could be a King of Wands, okay, Aries, Sagittarius, or a Leo. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So in Death Reverse, clarify Knight of Swords again with the full 1, 2, 3, 4. Or it could be an Aries coming in the near future, someone from the past. Okay? A fire sign that wants to get back with you or to deliver a quick message. Could be a water sign, could be a Cancer. Something is coming in. Okay, so now that first half of the reading is over, this is now picking up something else. This is, yeah. Someone is coming back in. Someone is arriving back in. It could be an air sign, could be a fire sign, could be a water sign, could be a mix of those, you know. I'm getting more fire sign. I'm getting that you intuitively know that them coming in with this brand new start and wanting to do all this, this is for two or three different Scorpios, okay? If it was very toxic in the past and you will intuitively know this person coming in the future, you know, this reconnection, this reconcilement, you will intuitively know. You'll know right away. You won't ignore it this time, okay? If they're coming at you sideways, if they're coming at you falsely, okay? You intuitively know. And you'll have to end it because we have a death reversed. So you know that with the 3 of Cups, and then we also have the 6 of Wands reversed as the outcome as well. So you know that it's not going to work out. Okay? You know the same shit's going to happen. You know, it might not be within the first month or two, but you know it. You know, just by the way the person's talking, what they're saying, that nothing has changed. Okay? Let me clarify something else here. Could be an earth sign as well. Could be all signs then. It could be any element. But whatever, if someone were to come from the past in the near future, they're going to come with quickness. They're going to want you possibly make a new decision. They possibly might come with you with like this whole story of like, oh, you know, let's start brand new. Kind of the same way they came at you in the first place, you know, when you first met. But it's not going to work on you this time.